Silver for the worst time scenarios. We're going to dive into that. I'm going to give you my opinion. I think you know where we're going to go with this by the looks at the screen, right? Yeah, 90% silver, 40% silver halves, 35% war and nickels. We try to educate more and more people every single day on this channel. This is what channel is about, to educate the viewer out there. Help me out with that like. Share the videos. Please share them out. That really helps the channel grow. Thank you for your support. We're fully on board with Stop the Milk campaign. Tomorrow, I'll be releasing a video for the giveaway video. Probably going to be coming up about 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on the East Coast. Stay tuned for that. I'll have a video in the morning. We will do a midday giveaway video. I'll drop a video later in that afternoon tomorrow. Let you know what's going on at the shop. I'll let you know what's going on at the shop today, even on a Sunday. We keep you all appraised of what's going on. Let's get into it. You know, this stuff here, we used to use it as money. Way 64 and before. Yeah, sometimes a little bit after that, it still was in circulation for years after that. People were still using the quarter as a quarter, not realizing it was worth more. And finally, a lot of them got pulled out. Most of them got pulled out of circulation. Yes, every now and then you find something in circulation. I get it. But for the most part, it's pulled out. Right? It's pulled out. People know what it... Most people know, even if they're not stackers, know what it is. But they're not stacking it. They think it's a joke. They think it's a... You know, they think it's a barber's relic. I want you to think about the worst in times. You know, where did this country start off with? Small businesses. Not these Walmart, not these Targets, not Amazon. Small, little mom and pop stores. In your local area. You go from town to town, you have your little sandwich shops. You had your little convenience store shops. You had your country shops. Those shops are getting further and further away from the world. From the states. Now, maybe if you live in the middle of nowhere, you might have one of these shops. Maybe you still have a shop like this in your local area. Passed down from generation to generation. People know what 90% is over in these smaller stores. Your farmers know. Your farmers market people know. Some of your local small businesses. We got to think about the worst of times. We don't want to be giving up more of this stuff. This 90% silver, your war nickels, your 40% silver halves. I heard today in the comment section, I understand some coin shops won't touch 35% or nickels. They won't touch 40% silver halves. They don't want to mess with them. Why? I don't know. Because, yeah, there's probably less, there are less people that are interested in them. But just think about this. These have a silver value of 203. 40% silver halves have a value of 533. Why wouldn't you want to stack some? Why? Most areas, you can only get 2 gallons of gas with a 40% silver half. You know? What does a candy bar cost? You know, you go to the dollar store, they're still 89 cents. Last time I checked, you know, you could technically get 2 candy bars for a war nickel right now. No, you can't literally take a war nickel into the dollar store, I get it, and get 2 candy bars for it. No, you would have to buy someone who wants to buy that war nickel and give you straight up cash right now for it. But again, think about the worst of times. Some of these stores would take, are going to be willing to take 90% silver as payment. Maybe not your Walmarts. Maybe not your Targets. We talked about this in depth. Okay, we talked about this in depth already on this channel. You do not want to give up more silver than you have to. That's why I have a mix of everything. That's why. I could give a rat's behind if the smelters or the coin shops or the pawn shops want 35% war nickels, want the 40% silver halves, look, go on eBay. I don't care if you buy on eBay or not. Check this out. Look at the sold listings. Look at the turnover rate on these two items like that. Someone's going to say in the comments, but CoinShop Chris, eBay charges 13 point something percent when you sell it. Well, yeah, when you sell it for fiat. You might not need to sell it. You might need it for trade. All right, if you need to sell it for fiat, if silver goes up, double or triple from here, what is 13% then? It's nothing, really. It's nothing. You can write that off on your taxes because it's a fee. You know, come on. I mean, really, you're worried about, we're worried about this stuff, right? That's what people are worried about, this stuff. We should be worrying about more of this stuff, what we're able to trade with it. Never mind the dollar. When the dollar collapses, people don't think that's going to happen. Your dollar is feeling every single day. I think most of you folks get it. I think most of you. Every now and then we get a troll that comes in and laughs at us. That's okay. We will teach the trolls. We will teach them the right way. They want to come on here and run and be big people behind the keyboards. Let them. That's fine. We will have the last laugh. For the ones who will try to tell their family and friends about silver and gold, we will have the last laugh. They will be coming knocking on your door. Then you're going to have to make a decision if you're going to help them out or not. Don't worry about what the melters want, the coin shops want. I know eBay very well. These things, 40% silver sells. Your 35% or nickel sell. We sell them at the coin shop that I work at. We buy them at the coin shop I work at. Don't matter what percentage of silver in it. It's at the end of the day, it's all silver content. Still have a silver value in it. That's the key line right there. It's all about the silver value. It's about the silver weight. It's about ounces. Stack ounces. It all adds up. It all adds up. You know, talk to the older person that was living in the 30s, 40s, 50s. I hear it all the time. I used to buy a candy bar for a nickel. I used to get gas for 18 cents a gallon. I used to get a quart of milk for 95 cents. Whatever the case may have been back in the day. I used to go see a movie for a quarter and get a bag of popcorn, and may even have a double feature for this damn quarter. What does a movie cost today? My friends, it's all online for you. Just look what I'm saying. Go back to the 40s. Go back to the 50s. Look at common day items. What stuff cost back then. Look what it costs today. You can't tell me your dollar's not gone to crap in a handbasket. You can't tell me that. I want to talk about Pinbacks real quick. Thank you, channel sponsor Pinbacks, for sponsoring my channel, CoinShop Chris. They still running their deal, my friends. Last day for the walk-ins, $30 face. You're going to get them for the value of a $1,000 face bag. Priced at $30 face or more. Same value. That's how much they brought it down. They still have the Morgans, 1921s. I wish I had the money for the Morgans. 20 or more is about $31.05 for each Morgan dollar. You're not going to beat that. I don't know how long they're going to run the Morgans for. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to Michael in the morning and asking him what's going on. There'll be a new item coming tomorrow. Another 90% silver deal tomorrow. It's all part of Stop the Melt campaign. Put that in the comments, my friends. Stop the melt. We gotta stay on this. Because every time we turn around, there's somebody else that's cracking cases open of 90% silver. I don't care if they were state quarters. But when people are taking brand new, untouched, from the human hands, and not even having gloves on, and just don't give a flying crap about touching BU 90% silver, 90% silver state quarters. It's shameful. You know, if this person wanted to sell them by face value, why not just leave them in the cases, the mint sets? And if the person who bought them wanted to crack them out of the case and put them in tubes, that's their choice then. But shouldn't it be up to the shops, pawn shops, to literally crack them out of the cases? I mean, some of you guys saw this video. It was sickening. To cracking them, even the person who was recording the video was helping them, cracking them out of the cases. If you want to sell them by face value, fine. Leave them in the gosh darn case. You know, it's still a collector's item. You know, you're ruining history. You're ruining collections for years to come. And then you are cracking them out of the case that lose all the numismatic value that it has now or it may have down the road. That video was sickening. Even my good friend Sobriety and Silver YouTube channel made a point about that on his video. Please go watch him too. I'll put a link to his last video on my channel in the comment section. He's so close to getting monetized, my friends. Go watch a couple of his videos. Give him in half an hour of your time today or tomorrow. Help him get monetized today. I'll put a link to his latest video in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you say Coin Shop Chris sent you to him. If you want to use Crazy Coin Shop Chris, that's fine too. I want to tell you what's going on at the shop. Yes, it's Sunday. We're not open. But we're getting phone calls. You know, we share our personal cell phone numbers with certain people at the shop. Our regulars. People are emailing us. What's going to happen tonight when the market opens? With the war, with us joining the war in Iran. I was going to tell you right again. I don't know. I don't know until we don't know. Nobody's got the crystal ball. There's been mixed conflicts. There's a Strait of Hormuz channel straight closed or open for oil transport. Some people say it's open still. Some people say it's closed. I'm trying to find out the right information. I trust my mod team. One of them is saying it's closed. I'm hearing the different reports online about that. Nobody knows where silver and gold are going to go. If you feel, I'm going to say it just this way. If your gut's telling you it's going up before the market opens here, and I'm recording this video about 4:10 in the afternoon, about 2 hours before the market opens up. Buy before the market opens up. If you feel like it's going to dip, wait after the market opens up. You got to go with your gut. All right? I'm not here to give you financial advice. I don't know. All right? And anybody can tell you they know, they're lying to you. Just because I work in the coin shop, I have no inside information. None. None. Zero. I can make predictions. I think it's going up. But I could be wrong. I'm just putting it out there. Not because I'm trying to go get you to buy silver tonight before the market opens up. Or buying gold before the market goes up. I don't want to steer anybody the wrong way. Remember, no matter what it does, we're holding this for the long-term hold. Even if you're stacking 5-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars, whatever your heart desires. Whatever Christmas rounds, whatever your heart desires. Graded coins. Kilo silver bars. 5-ounce rounds. 10-ounce coins. Whatever your heart desires. That's actually a nice coin, huh? The kookaburra with the snake. With King Charles on it. I got a couple of these. I'm glad I got them when I did, because silver was cheaper when these came out. These are from 2024. These are last year's coins. Yes, this is a coin. It's backed by the Australian government for $10 in their money, their fiat money itself. So this is a coin. You wouldn't want to cash this in at any retail store in Australia and only get $10 for it. That's for gosh darn sure. And remember, their $10 is a lot less than our $10 as well. Keep that in mind. Stack what you like, because there will be somebody else out there will like it as much as you when the time you need to sell it or trade it. Maybe the coin shops won't buy the 35% war nickels. Maybe the coin shops won't buy the 40% silver halves. Again, I can give a rat's behind if they want them or not. Because I know, even if my shop, my owner says, I'm done with the 35, I'm done with the 40%. He's never said this. But if he ever did, I got my out. Sell them on eBay if you had to. But I'm not trying to flip it for fiat. I'm looking to use this stuff in trades when the time comes. And hopefully, the time will never have to come. But we got to be prepared. We got to be prepared in the Gulf, on the eastern seaboard, this time of year for hurricane season. My friends, get your stuff in order now, before a storm comes. Do not wait to the last minute, because there will be nothing left in the stores. If you are told to evacuate, your house can be replaced. Most of your belongings can be replaced. Take the important stuff with you. Okay? It's not like the people who live in hurricane zone areas or in the wildfire areas where you've got maybe 20 minutes to get the heck out of Dodge. You know, we got to count our blessings for that. I feel so bad for the people who live in fire country and got to get out quickly and have no plan, no warning, no nothing. Same thing with a tornado. Same thing with a flood. Sometimes they can predict a flood ahead of time, but sometimes they can't either. With hurricanes, they can predict them. If you're told to leave, take the important stuff with you. Don't stay behind, because your life cannot be replaced. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. Don't drive through puddles of water. If you can't see the yellow line in the road, you can't see the road, your car's not a boat. Your pickup truck's not a boat. I don't care if you got high wheels on it. Your Jeep's not a boat. Your van's not a boat. If you want a boat, go buy a gosh darn boat. Or a jet ski. Do not drive through roads that you cannot see covered by water, because you probably most likely will not make it through. Then you gotta get the rescue team getting their lives on the line to rescue your butt because you did something crazy and drove through water where you probably could have drive 4 or 5 miles around that to get to the opposite side. It might be a pain in the butt to drive that 4 or 5 miles around that, but it will save your life and probably someone else's life trying to rescue you. Let's use our heads this year. Let's work together. Stack little by little. I know I say that all the time, but it really does add up. I've done it that way. I'm not rich. I've done it that way. It takes time. It takes patience. I spent hours and hours purchasing for the shop, purchasing for myself. A lot of it was come off of eBay. I'm not going to lie about that. Some of it did come from Pinbacks. Some of it did come from other online dealers. Yes, I've done it all. Alright, I've done it all. Some of it came from the shop that I work for. Some of it came from other shops in the local area. I can't lie. You know, wherever you get your best deal from. That's, yeah, I'm a penny pincher. But with Pinbacks, they even will admit they don't always have the best price. If they're $1 or $2 more, or $3 or $4 more, is that going to make a big change of a difference by not ordering from Pinbacks? Sometimes, yes. Some people. I get it. I'll tell you a story real quick before I let you go. Before channel sponsor Pinbacks offered me this sponsorship, guy comes in. Pinbacks had a very good deal on Canadian maple leaves at the time. This is going back earlier last year, maybe around August of last year. And we were $15 higher than Pinbacks per row. The guy wanted to get 4 rows. So you got 15, 15, that's 30. You add another 15, that's 45. You add another 15, that's $60. Okay? I did everything I could to match this guy's, match Pinback's price. I says, I can't match it. I said, I cannot match this price. He says, you realize you're probably going to lose a sale to Pinbacks then. I said, well, that's okay. I says, that's absolutely fine. I says, but I says, you know, I says, I'm making like $1.25 for the shop per maple leaf at the time. And I said, I just can't beat that price. And because we bought them at a higher price, that dipped and went back up. It was just not there at the time for us. And so we lost the sale to Pinbacks, which is absolutely fine, like I said. Guy comes back in and he says, I don't like to do that to you, but he says, I'm going to try myself $60. He says, well, I'm going to take the $60 that I saved and buy something from you guys now. Okay, we didn't make as much, but it's okay. It's okay. The guy understood. So I get it. I'm a penny pincher too. You know, that's how I shop. That is how I shop and try to save every penny you can, because every penny adds up, every nickel adds up, every dime adds up. The more you save, the more silver and gold you can get. For the ones who are very loose with their cash and shop at only one store for their food, or go to one restaurant and not shop around for anything else, or go just to Amazon, they think Amazon's the best price. Well, I'm sorry to tell you there, Amazon's not always the best price. Sometimes it's cheaper at Walmart itself. And sometimes Amazon's cheaper than Walmart. You gotta shop around with everything. You know, if you can save yourself $1 or $2, 50 cents here or there, it adds up. Thank you for watching. Give me that thumbs up, please. Share this video out. If you folks have questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, my email is always in the description of every single video. I thank you for watching. Don't forget about the Pinbacks giveaway video coming out tomorrow afternoon. Giveaway will be done July 4th. I wish everybody the best of luck. Make the best winner win. Good luck to all of you. See you tomorrow. Coin Shop Chris is out.